You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by Minor Family Dentistry and by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History. Minor Family Dentistry would like to bring you the following dental health tip. It's recommended to have a dental checkup no later than your child's first birthday. An adult should brush for a young child and monitor older children's brushing to ensure a good job is done. Flossing should start when teeth are touching. Minor Family Dentistry wishes you good dental health. Families, including children of all ages, are welcome. Minor Family Dentistry, 1010 Downing and Hayes. Find them in the Next Tech directory.
So, you think you have skeletons in your closet? Come to Sternberg Museum, where we let our skeletons out of the closet.
Hello, and welcome to You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. My name is Dana Stanton, and I'm the coordinator of the West Central Kansas Smart Start program. And with me today is Karla Bixenman. Good morning, Karla.
Good morning, Dana.
Now, you're going to talk to us today about healthy families, and in particular, fathers.
Yes.
And first of all, it's kind of an obvious question, but why are fathers important to a healthy family?
Well, most of all, fathers are important because they play such an important key role in the child's well-being. Mm-hmm. From every aspect of the child's life. First, from the child's school readiness. Research has shown time and time again that children who have involved fathers benefit with school readiness. They show up ready to learn at school. They're more enthusiastic, curious, and confident, ready to learn. Mm-hmm. As well as fathers contribute to the cognitive development, motor development, and verbal development of children. Mm-hmm. Just by the way they play with them and the way they interact with their children is different from the way a mother interacts with their children.
Mm-hmm. I know at our house, usually Dad's a little more roughhousing, and they're doing the playing and the wrestling and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. And fathers work with children in different ways in developing life choices. Research shows that one human being most capable of curbing the antisocial aggression of a boy is the biological father. So it's so important that fathers or father figures, they bring a different view of the world to their children, and so it's important that they be involved and that young boys as well as young girls have that involvement from their fathers or a father figure in their life to help give them that different perspective.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think in our society, and I know this is true, why do you think fathers are sometimes overlooked? Sometimes there's so much emphasis on mom. Why do you think dads are overlooked?
Well, I think sometimes in the past, and I think things are changing, but in the past, rearing children has sometimes been viewed as the mother's job, and so sometimes fathers shy away, or it's maybe a cultural thing, or it's seen more as the mother's role in the child's life is to rear them to a certain point, that this is the mother's role and this is the father's role. But we know that parenting is a partnership, whether the parents live in the same household or in different households, how important it is for both of them to take part in the child's life.
And I would imagine just like being a young mother, it's difficult for a young father or a first-time father learning what he's supposed to do or just trusting his instincts.
Sure. And I think sometimes, many young fathers can be unsure or might be unsure of what their role as a parent should be if they haven't learned that because of past experiences or just the lack of experience that they've had in a role as this, or have not had someone in their life model what being a father is all about. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes it's not that they don't want to be involved, they're maybe just unsure of how to be involved in the child's life or what their role should be.
Mm-hmm. Now overall, why would it be important for a family to know more about father involvement, healthy relationships for their family?
Well, I think first of all, it's important because we all have our own past experiences that maybe harbor different feelings or things about our own experiences that we've had in our own life that contribute to what kind of parent we are, father or mother. And so I think it's important that we get in touch with our past experiences to help us understand and to move forward in being more involved in the life of our child.
I know myself, my father died when I was very young. So for me, I don't have a really strong background on what it's like to have a dad around. So it's been really neat as I'm married and my husband, and watching him with our children. You know, it's a relationship that I had never really got to see close up. So everybody comes with their own expectations and history.
And like you stated earlier, your role and your husband's role, how different they are in how you play, how you discipline, how you interact, the type of language, the boundaries that you set. Many times fathers allow their children to explore and to develop further, where parents or mothers maybe are a little more hovering, or don't touch that, be careful, not so high, climbing on the monkey bars or whatever it is. We just have different boundaries, and so children learn different things by the interactions with both their mother and their father. And so that's very important, that we give children the opportunity to have involvement with both mothers and fathers.
Now, Karla, both you and I work for Early Childhood Connections, and we're having a speaker come to speak to our staff about fatherhood issues. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. We're fortunate on January 16th, we are going to have Andy Addis, and he is going to speak with us. We've had him before come and just share on different topics, and he's going to share with us about appreciating fatherhood and, more importantly, just developing healthy families. And some of the things he's going to talk about is how our past experiences filter our vision as far as in healthy relationships with our children as well as with a spouse or an a relationship. Also talking about what is a healthy family, what does a healthy family look like. And he's also going to share with us accepting responsibilities as parents, not just as fathers but as mothers, accepting our role and responsibilities that we have to our children, and breaking cycles that maybe aren't healthy that we have learned in the past, and just positive communication with our children as well as with a spouse or in a relationship.
Now, this talk that he's going to be giving is for our Head Start staff, Early Childhood Connection staff, but how can other people see it?
Andy's presentation will be aired on Channel 13 and sometime after the presentation, which will be on January 16th.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Karla. You've been watching You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. Parents, and fathers, remember you are your child's first and best teacher. Thank you.
Thanks for watching You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You can watch the program weekdays in the noon and 9 o'clock hours. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by Minor Family Dentistry and by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History.